Hey guys, Master Beetle here, and I'm going to bring you the NLK or No Life King deck profile of DIs. This is the different variant from Dantarian. It just uses a few of the new cards, and this is what I piloted at locals to defend my title and won first place. And plus it's super hard. Link in the description to that. Because I got some really dank pulls for no reason. So yeah, obviously you're gonna play four No Life King Death Anchor. It's a No Life King Death Anchor focused deck. There's no reason not to play four. And I'm only running 8 grade 3s in this build. You could run 9, but I like the ratios in the grade 1s and in the grade 2s. So, because in this deck I'm running actually, what was it, 14? Yeah, I think I'm running 14 grade 1s. So yeah, it's a 2-2 split on Demon Eater and Fifth Element. Demon Eater is obviously for your protect matchups. Just, if you know they have the PG, if you're facing OTT, you can get that restand off and make sure they can't perfect guard it. So yeah, and then overall, Fifth Element is just like a really good combo with No Life King, because you're gonna restand with No Life King on Fifth Element, attack with Fifth Element, and then Fifth Element is gonna restand the board. And most of the time, I have at least one other attacker, so Fifth Element's gonna swing twice with a crit. And like most of the time, in this combo, you want to have Dorian behind your Vanguard, so he's just swinging for a really big dick number for no reason. So yeah. And also, if you're not playing against Protect matchup and you really don't have that much of a reason to go into Demon Eater, Demon Eater is a solid rear guard. Solid rear guard to just fill up soul and draw cards. So yeah, you could say this is technically the only draw power in the deck, even though you have to suck a rear guard into soul, so it's not really draw power, it's more of cycling. But yeah, that's it for the grade 3s. On to the grade 2s. Since this is a No Life King Death Anchor deck, this deck really focuses on trying to fill up that soul as fast as possible. So we're playing 4 of Werewolf Seeker. Werewolf Seeker works really well in this deck because it's a really good ride target for that soul charge too, and it's just a 14k beat stick for the rest of the game. This helps hit those grade 4s, and it just, all in general, it can hit 13k Vanguards and 12k Vanguards, and it's really good as a standalone attacker on your Fifth Element turn. Just so, like, usually if you only have like one rear guard, it's usually like one of these, a grade 3, or the other grade 2 that I'm going to show you soon. So, oops. You're running, I think this is, for the most part, I wouldn't say it's like a staple, but it's just like a really good card in DIs, is Blood Sacrifice Rootven. Now we're running the Rootven and Vorclock's Care package. This is our only countercharge in the deck. This deck is kind of counterblast heavy, but you really just have to manage your counterblast. But Rootven is really just a good toolbox card. It lets you toolbox the pieces you need, like grade 3s from your soul, from your damage zone or drop zone into your back into your soul, or grade 1s you might need in the soul, like Dimension Creeper. So yeah, running at 4 of in this deck, like I said again, you're really just trying to get your combo pieces into soul and trying to maximize that soul at 13 as quick as possible to kill your opponent. And then my last card, that's just also really good on Fifth Element turns, is Werebear Vulgar. Werebear Vulgar is a really solid beat stick of an attacker. Helps you fill soul, and he can get to really large numbers very fast. Like mid-game, you're going to have at least 7 to 8 cards in soul. He'll always be able to swing by himself, and he helps pump up Dorians on your No Life King turns. So yeah, he's a really good card. I only run him at 3 though, because I don't like his 8k base. But otherwise, really good rear guard. You always want to ride Werewolf Seeker. Yeah, that's my grade 2 lineup. And for the grade 1s, we're running a lot of grade 1s. Usually I don't run like 14. I usually like to run 12 or 13. But in this build, it just has so many good grade 1s we had to cram in there. So obviously your ideal ride target is 4 of D Creeper. This helps you accelerate your soul charge in this deck, and it's really good on turns to pump up Doreen by 15k to make her a 21k booster by herself. So yeah, 4 of that, and then we're running, like I said, the little care package. 4 Varuklakis, really good card. It's really good on your restand plays. You want to have at least 1 on hand or in field to give plus 10k to your restood 5th element or restood Demon Eater. And like I said, it helps with it countercharges. It gives power to the Vanguard when it's put into Soul. There's no reason not to run 4 of it in a No Life King Death Anchor focus deck. And then our other 4 of is 4 of Doreen the Thruster. Now I've seen people in other deck profiles as I was like trying to find the right build for Dark Irregulars, and I still haven't really found like the right build esque. I found 2 different variants, Dantarian and No Life King, but I really haven't. I'm still testing. But this is what I have. I really like Doreen at 4. Doreen is a really solid booster. You always want her behind your Vanguard, and if you get her behind a rear guard, it's just an added bonus to have another really big column. Like I said, pairing Doreen and Dimension Creeper for a 15k boost added on to the amount of soul you put in to pay for No Life King's cost. It's just a really, really good booster. Pumps up very fast. And then for our tech slot for the grade 1s, we play a 2 of Pathfinder. Now, Pathfinder of Wind is a really good card. Let's say you only have 12 cards in Soul. You can call out a Pathfinder, swing with your No Life King Vanguard, and if you check a trigger, you could Soul Charge the trigger and Soul Charge the top 2 cards of your deck to basically RNG your way to the amount of soul you need. And you don't really just use it for that. You use it in tandem with Doreen, because basically what you want to do is you want to put Doreen behind the Vanguard, call Pathfinder of Wind, swing with your giant Vanguard column that most of the time you really will have. And if they give you a 2 to pass, if you get 1 trigger, you're going to Soul Charge that trigger, Soul Charge 2 cards, Doreen will get plus 15, and that will break their 2 to pass. So yeah, that's just another combo play you can make with Pathfinder of Winds, but it is really just a solid card. If you're lacking in soul, it can just get you there sometimes. And yeah, that's it for the grade 1s. On to the zeros, which is really the most generic part of this deck. Is you're also going to run, you can't not run your V-Series starter. You're always going to run that at 1. And then the best trigger lineup for this deck, honestly, even though it doesn't have hand power, you have to run 8 crits. You have to run 8 crits, 4 draw, and 4 heal. The reason for this is I've tried 6 draw, I've tried 5 draw. The draws in this deck just deck you out. With the amount of soul charging you do with No Life King and the restanding drive checks and the rest of your deck, the draws will deck you out. This is Dantarian. Dantarian doesn't soul charge as much as this deck does. Well, it can, but not in turns. But yeah, I just found like the draws will just really deck you out super hard. So that's why I'm just going with the 8 crit build, which is really solid. It just helps you get your opponent to 4 damage even faster and sets you up for your kill turns. But yeah, guys, that's it for this deck profile, and I do have a combo video set up of what you want to do with this. I do have a combo video set up what you want to do with this deck. I will post it shortly after posting this. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys. Let me know what you want to see from me in the future. And that's pretty much it. Master Beetle is out. Peace.